What is a Rubber Ducky USB device? For more cybersecurity tips and advice, don't forget to like and subscribe. A Rubber Ducky, or USB Rubber Ducky, is not a toy you play in the bath with but rather a type of hardware device or tool that is often used for security testing, penetration testing, and ethical hacking purposes. It is a small USB device that looks like a regular USB flash drive but is designed to inject pre-programmed keystrokes into a computer when plugged in. This allows it to automate tasks or run scripts on a target computer, typically for security testing and analysis. Here's how it works. 1. The attacker or tester pre-programs the Rubber Ducky with a script that contains a series of keystrokes and commands they want to execute on the target computer. 2. The attacker then plugs the Rubber Ducky into the USB port of the target computer. 3. The Rubber Ducky emulates a keyboard and starts sending the pre-programmed keystrokes and commands to the computer. 4. The target computer processes these keystrokes and commands as if they were entered by a human user. 5. Depending on the script and the attacker's goals, various actions can be performed on the target computer, such as opening programs, downloading files, or even exploiting vulnerabilities. Rubber Ducky devices can be used for legitimate security testing and analysis to identify vulnerabilities in computer systems, but they can also be used maliciously if they fall into the wrong hands. As such, it's important to use them responsibly and ethically, and in compliance with applicable laws and regulations. If you are looking for blogs or resources related to Rubber Ducky devices, you can find various online forums, websites, and communities where security professionals and enthusiasts discuss their use and share information about them. However, always exercise caution and ensure that your activities are legal and ethical when working with such tools. Mitigating the risks posed by a Rubber Ducky device or similar malicious USB devices involves implementing security measures and best practices to protect your computer systems and network. Here are some steps you can take to mitigate the risks. 1. Physical security. Ensure physical security for your computer systems and USB ports. Limit physical access to your machines by locking server rooms and securing workstations. 2. USB port lockdown. Disable or lock down unnecessary USB ports on computers that don't need them. Some BIOS settings allow you to disable USB ports selectively. 3. Use USB port filters. Implement USB port filtering or whitelisting solutions that only allow authorized USB devices to be connected to your systems. 4. USB device auditing. Implement USB device auditing and monitoring to log and track USB device connections to your network. 5. USB device policies. Establish and enforce policies regarding the use of USB devices in the workplace. This might include restricting their use or requiring approval for their use. 6. Disable autorun. Disable the autorun feature for USB devices to prevent automatic execution of code when a device is inserted. 7. Network segmentation. Segment your network to limit the potential impact of a compromised system. 8. Regular security audits and testing. Conduct regular security audits and penetration tests to identify vulnerabilities and weaknesses in your network. 9. Secure physical access points. Ensure that physical access points like server rooms and computer labs are secure and monitored. 10. Security updates for firmware and BIOS. Regularly update firmware and BIOS of your devices to patch any known vulnerabilities. 11. Data backup and recovery. Regularly back up your critical data and ensure you have a disaster recovery plan in place to restore systems in case of an attack. 12. Whitelisting and least privilege. Implement whitelisting for scripts and executables, and follow the principle of least privilege for user accounts. Remember that security is a multi-layered approach, and no single measure is foolproof. Combining these strategies and continuously monitoring your systems for suspicious activity can help reduce the risk of Rubber Ducky and similar attacks. Additionally, staying informed about emerging threats and security best practices is crucial for keeping your organization's systems secure. For more cybersecurity tips and advice, don't forget to like and subscribe.